Have you ever been outside and seen a massive yellow jacket, bald-faced hornet, or wasp nest and thought, how can I get rid of this? Today, we are going to show you how to get rid of it safely and for good. When you first see the nest, you may think, do I need to do anything? And the answer is yes. The reason you want to get rid of a wasp or hornet's nest is because they generally will grow and grow and grow over the season, and the populations will become higher. As they become higher, there's a lot more traffic moving in and out of the nest and a lot more chance that one may sting you. And the way it works is if you get stung by one, they'll put a pheromone down and then the rest swarm you and you can get stung. So generally, for a safety precaution, you want to get rid of these nests. Even if it's not for yourself, it can be for people walking by. Let's talk about how to locate an exterior paper nest. They love to have multiple areas that are secure so that the whole colony stays safe. So you can see they'll use a branch and build all around the stick so they have a very strong base at the top. Or you may see them up in the corner or underneath a soffit on the house. They generally like to have three sides of the nest up against something so they're very secure, and it'll prevent them from being blown away with wind, protect them from rain, and just be a lot more stronger so they can continue to grow. All right, now before we get into how to treat it, let's just go over a few basic safety protocols. First thing is access. You want to make sure you can access the nest, but also be able to have a clear path to get away just in case something doesn't work out. If it's up high and you need to use a ladder, you should be very careful because the last place you want to get stung by a wasp or hornet is at the top of a ladder. Second thing is if you happen to have a bee or wasp suit or any protective gear, it's a great idea to use that because it is much better to prevent being stung. And the third thing, which is probably the easiest thing to control, is when you treat it. If you can go very early in the morning or late at night, all of the wasps will be inside and they will generally not be active, so you can approach the nest and treat it very effectively. The most active time for wasps and hornets is during the middle of the day when the sun's the highest and it's the warmest out. This is the time where if you're going to have an altercation with them is the most common. So early in the morning, very late at night, two great times to approach a nest. All right, now for the best part. How to treat and remove the nest. And what do we need? We're going to need some jet foam. You want to make sure that it has a straw so that you can start to foam the nest from far away. Usually on the label, it will say how far it shoots. You want something that's at least 15 to 20 feet. You want to make sure that you have a garbage bag. This is used to close the nest in. Some form of cutters or snip to cut a branch if it's sitting on a branch. And then you want a zip tie to make sure that that bag is sealed closed once you have it inside. You want to approach the nest, again, early morning or at night when there's not much activity or no activity at all, from as far away as possible, and do a test shot so you know how far you can shoot from. You want to foam the main entry point on the outside closed. As you approach the nest, coat it with the foam, so if there's any other escape exits anywhere, they're foam closed. Jab the nest and insert foam into the whole nest, jab it in, and pull it out while decompressing to make sure you foam everywhere. Once that nest is completely foamed, you want to grab your bag, open it right up, put the entire nest inside, close it up. If there's a branch, chop it off. If it's just on a structure, you want to work your way around it, seal it, drop the nest into the bag, and then seal the top with the zip tie. You'll have them all inside, all of them will be killed off, and they cannot escape out of the bag. Now let's go over what we talked about today. We talked about why you want to remove wasp nests, how to find them, proper protocols for treating them safely, how to treat and remove them, and the last thing I want to leave you with is after everything is removed, you want to make sure you remove as much as the material as possible, wash the area down, and if you have any sort of residual insecticide, whether it's a powder or a spray, put it in the area. You want to make sure all of the pheromones that were left there from that colony are removed so that you're not going to attract any other wasps or hornets around to rebuild.